Hey, it's me. You might remember me from such videos as Origami Rocket Ship or How to Draw a Portrait Using Fractions. Well, today we're going to be doing more origami, or as I like to say, morigami. Yeah, I'm sorry, that one wasn't very good. But anyway, let's move on. Today we're going to be making this wheel. And this wheel, we're going to be needing 8 pieces of paper, one for each point on the wheel. Now, it doesn't matter how big or small the paper is, but what does matter is that all 8 pieces of paper are the same size. So make sure that you get paper that's the same size. Now, if it's a rectangle, I'll show you how to make it into a square, so that shouldn't be a problem. So go ahead and find your 8 pieces of paper, and we're gonna start building this origami wheel. To make the first square, I'm going to fold this. I'm gonna fold one corner across and line it up with the opposite side of the paper, kind of like that. So you can see that I made a triangle. And then I'm actually going to take my scissors and cut this strip off very carefully. Very carefully. So that's one square. So there, I've got one square. This origami wheel is gonna have 8 pieces to it. Fortunately, they're pretty easy to fold and they go pretty quickly, but here's all the rest of my paper. We're gonna start with piece number 1. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create a couple of marks. And we're not gonna actually fold the entire piece of paper, we're just marking it. So I'm gonna take the bottom of the paper, put it up to the top, and as you can see, I'm not gonna fold it. See, it's not folded. I'm just going to rub one side. And I'm gonna rub it pretty good so that when I open it up, see, it makes a mark right there. Because that's all I need, the mark, to help me measure some other things. Sometimes in origami, the folds that we make just help us with future folds. All right, so now I'm gonna take the bottom of the paper and I'm gonna bring it up to the mark. All right, I'm gonna make sure that that's pretty straight. Again, look, I'm not folding it. I'm just gonna make another mark. I could probably do this with a ruler, but it's kind of nice since sometimes origami paper is lots of different sizes. These are some ways that you can divide the paper just by using the paper itself. So now I'm gonna fold the top down to the middle. I'm gonna check that it's straight and make another mark. And there we go. Basically what I've done is I've divided this square into 4 equal sections. So now I'm gonna take the bottom of the paper and I'm gonna fold it up to the top mark. And this time, I'm gonna fold it. And I'm gonna crease it all the way down. I'm gonna rub it really good because I don't want this to come unfolded whenever I let it go. All right, open that back up and you can see I have a crease all the way down. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the top. I'm gonna take the top and I'm gonna bring it down to this mark. Not the line that we just made, that mark that we did at the beginning. So I'm gonna take this down to the mark. And then I'm going to crease that one. And I'm gonna rub it really well. And then I'm gonna open it up and you can see all of those steps was basically to create this space in the middle because I need this space. So now I'm gonna turn the paper this way and I'm gonna fold the corners of the paper to these lines that I made. So I'm gonna fold this down to the line. So now we're done with these marks. We're just using the lines now. So I'm gonna fold this down and you'll see that it makes a triangle. I have this space in the middle. So I crease those triangles down so that they don't go anywhere. And then I'm gonna fold the bottom of my paper up to meet those triangles. Hey triangles, how are you doing? So I'm gonna fold the bottom up again to those triangles. Now you might be thinking, what are we gonna do with this shape? starting to look like one of those origami boats. But guess what? That was one of those folds that we did just to mark some things. So now I have some lines that go all the way across the paper. So I'm going to fold the bottom to that first line, a little bit like this. Careful, careful, careful. Put it right on the line. Make sure it's as straight as you can get it, and rub that flat. I'm suspecting that when I fold it over like this, that makes the edge of this paper a little bit stronger because it's 2 layers of paper. Get down there. So now I'm going to take the bottom here and I'm going to fold it all the way up. I'm going to fold it right here along this edge. So see, I'm going to fold that all the way up to there. So I've got a big rectangle here with just a little bit of the top poking out. All right. So now that I've done that, I'm going to flip the entire thing over. And I'm going to take these little triangles and I'm going to fold them right over the edge. And that's probably going to help to pinch that all together, because once this piece is folded over that, it's going to keep it from unfolding. Rub the creases, rub the creases. Nice. All right, fold this part over this edge here. I knew that looked a little too big. All right, so I'm gonna fold that over and voila. Now, that's right, because it looks a little bit like a hat now. So I'm gonna take this hat shape, it's not a hat though, and I am going to, watch what I'm doing, I'm pointing it towards you so you can see. I'm gonna bend this and bend this. So it looks like that. I'm showing you every side. So you can see it looks like this. All right, that piece is finished. Now all we have to do is do 7 more of them. Now it's time to try to put all these pieces together. So I'm gonna slide those aside and I'm gonna show you how to connect 2 pieces together, and then you just do the same thing until you get to the end. So what we're gonna do is, these little rectangles that stick out are what we put into these little pockets right here. So do you see this L? This rectangle goes underneath that L. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece and it goes under there and under that. And I just slide that in there. Do the same thing on this side. Under both parts, boom. So there's how that one goes. Let's do one more just to make sure that we understand how it works. So that slides right into there. And you can see the triangle. The triangle's pointing that way. So then when I get the next triangle, I have to make sure that they're both pointing the same way. Boom, voila. And we're just gonna keep going all the way around till we get all 8 pieces put together. This is probably gonna be the hardest piece to put in. You can see it goes right there, but I have to tuck these ends into this piece and tuck these sides into the same piece. So let's see how well that fits. So first I'm gonna stick this might pre-bend it just a little bit so that it goes into both of those spaces a little easier. All right, I'm gonna flip it over. There's a lot of things in each other's way right now, but I'll just keep working with it and I will figure it out. Get out of the way. All right, that side's in. So now I just have to, oh, I'm confusing myself a little bit. Now I just have to put this piece, there we go. This goes into here. And once it's all locked together, it's fairly sturdy. And so there's our origami wheel. So now all that's left is to decorate it. And here's our finished origami wheel with all the colors and patterns on it. I always think they look so much better once I've colored them. And actually, it was kind of a little bit easier to put together the second time around, maybe because of the ink softening the paper a little bit. I hope you had fun with this origami wheel, and there are more origami videos available, so watch those if you want to try something else, and I will see you next time. Bye.